What's up, guys? Renasant here. Welcome back to the channel. We're just chilling here with our son bro, and we are in Anor Londo. We're in the heart of the castle, I guess you could say, or I don't know if castle is the right word, but the heart of the city. This area is very interesting. It is populated, as I recall saying in the last video, it's populated by Silver Knights. And there are quite a few, probably, I don't know, somewhere around 15 maybe Silver Knights, something like that. And they're scattered all throughout here. This is where people tend to say, like, you need to get good at parrying is against these Silver Knights. It's really not hard to do. I mean, I know I messed up right there, but as you can see, they're really not that hard to parry. You can also just circle around them and backstab them if that's what you're into. Actually, this bonfire looks like it's kindled, but it's not. We're going to actually go ahead and reverse hollowing here, become human. And then we are actually going to kindle this bonfire up too, because we definitely want 10 Estus for all this. Just because this area, it's not, I mean, it's pretty difficult, but it's not that it's difficult, it's just there's a lot going on here. The boss, you definitely want to have 10 Estus for, so it's a good idea to just go ahead and knock it out right off the rip. Come on. Like I said, if you can't parry them, it's really nothing to backstab them either. And you'll notice some of these doors will be locked when we try going through them, like that one right there. It does not open from this side. You can actually hear something if you listen carefully. Yeah. So that sound kind of indicates that there's something behind this wall. Hello. Very dark little basement here. See our chains? They're both pointing away from us, so they are safe. Havel's gauntlets and Havel's leggings. Oh boy. Havel's helm and Havel's armor. Oh yes, so this is, been waiting for it, baby. Havel's armor is the armor worn by Havel the Rock's warriors. Carved from solid rock, its tremendous weight is matched only by the defense it provides. Havel's warriors never flinched nor retreated from battle. Those unfortunate enough to face them were inevitably beaten to a pulp. So this is something very interesting here. It specifically says this is from Havel's warriors. It does not say it is Havel's armor, even though the name of it is Havel's armor. It says that his warriors actually wore it. And you see right there, we just got the shield and the dragon tooth. Remember, we have fought Havel previously. Great shield of the legendary Havel the Rock, cut straight from a great slab of stone. This great shield is imbued with the magic of Havel, provides strong defense, and is incredibly heavy. A true divine heirloom on par with the dragon tooth. Yeah, so the downside to this shield, first of all, you see it's kind of ridiculous defensive wise. 84 stability is by far the highest stability. Defense wise, it's just immeasurably better than everything else. The two downsides, if you will, the weight and the required strength. So we have to have 50 strength to wield this freaking thing. Not only do we have to have 50 strength, we have to have 26 units of weight. I mean, even the black iron great shield is a whole 10 units less than that. So, but one thing to note is that while this Havel's armor specifically says that it's for Havel's battle or Havel's warriors, the shield description actually says it is. It is Havel's shield. I mean, it straight up says Great Shield of the legendary Havel the Rock. So that's kind of interesting there. We also got his explicit weapon, his weapon that is assuredly PG-13 at least. Also weighs 18 units, Dragon Tooth, 40 strength requirement. Created from an everlasting Dragon Tooth, legendary Great Hammer of Havel the Rock. Will never break as it is harder than stone and grants its wielder resistance to magic and flame. Fun weapon. We may use it. It is a fun weapon to use. Now here, though, yeah, we see you there. With your little mouth and your little chain. Little mimic hiding. And he will drop the Occult Club, which, again, this is just a club that has been imbued with occult. So it's no different than that. It's just it's been leveled up and not reinforced, but modified to be an occult club. And you can see it has an A scaling with faith now. And in the aux effects, you see that 110 down there. That is occult. 110 damage in occult. So that will do more damage to the gods or to the warriors of the gods, I guess you could say. It's not really something we're going to use, but and also of note, while we're on that topic of auxiliary damage, we've already talked a little bit about bleed. I can't remember what weapon it was. Was it the Morning Star? Yeah, the Morning Star has the 300 bleed auxiliary effect. The Occult Club has that 110 occult auxiliary effect. We also have poison and divine there. So we'll just proceed on through Anor Londo here. Of course, like I said, this door cannot be opened from this side. This whole area is it seems very maze-like, but it's really not. There's only like 2 levels to it, I believe, or 3 levels to it maybe, in terms of like verticality. But there are a lot of doors, so that can trip people up pretty easily. Hello. Now, these spear guys always give me a lot more trouble than the Silver Knights that wield swords. And just so you can see down there, so it's pretty cool that you can actually see this Titanite demon. And it's interesting that you can just kind of use basic geography to figure out that that's the door down there that we can't get in. It was barred from the... I mean, not barred from the other side, but it's just like locked. Actually, no, it's not. Disregard. Yeah, like I said, there's 3 floors. So there's 1 floor down there, there's 1 right there, and there's this one, this top one. Yeah, that makes more sense. This one I don't ever understand. Like, I guess they show you just so you can kind of see where you're going to go. Yeah, you see 3 levels. 1, 2, 3. Somebody likes slaying dragons. Am I right? It's a big one too, huh? A lot of little dragon heads in there. There's a lot of big ones too. So these are all mimics, these chests right here. Again, you can tell by the chain, but... And they will drop coins for you. Gold coin. Which basically you can just sell for souls. They're not very useful. Same thing with silver coins, they just give less souls. Does not open. Does open. We'll go that way. Let's go check out what this dude's doing. So he's got a Dragon Slayer great bow here. You see we got a partial parry there. We still took damage even though we got the parry. It's very interesting. And you come out here and you're like, what's the point? besides having this awesome view. Man, it really is an awesome view. But as you'll notice, if you look over here, look who it is, Mr. Onion Bro. Old Siegmeyer just chilling there. And so that's evidence right there enough that we will come out of there, right? So we will come into that room from a different angle, basically. One thing I've always wondered, I'm always curious about, it's like, who are all these portraits of? I mean, this looks like stuff out of like colonial times or something. I don't know. It's very weird, these images. That is quite clearly Guinevere. There's one physical property that Guinevere has that's very easily picked out. Watch out when you come through here, because yeah, there's a Silver Knight with a sword just waiting for you. Alright, so up the stairs. Got 2 Silver Knights up here. Both are very easily handled, but luckily this dragon shield, this dragon crest shield has relatively good stability, so we can kind of handle those attacks pretty well. We're not actually going to explore right here just yet. Because this is actually the way forward, I believe. Yeah, it's the way forward to the boss fight. So there's just a little bit more. We want to kind of figure out what's going on with Siegmeyer. I always look around, even though I know there's nothing here. Come on. Again, really cool view of the castle as a whole right here, honestly. You really get a sense of that medieval architecture. I always check, and there's never anything. Hey there, friend. What are you doing just chilling here?
Whatever can be done.
I mean, I don't know. You tell me.
Ah, you again. Let me guess. Were you repelled by the Silver Knights? Ah, don't be ashamed. It is the fate of vanguards like you and I. I'll think of something. We can overcome this together. This is quite a fix. You'll need another 3, no, maybe 5 bodies. Quite a fix indeed. This is quite a...
Alright, so Siegmeyer, he's tripping out. He's trapped in here, basically. You see why. Silver Knight there. Silver Knight there. Very inconspicuous, huh? Oh. We triggered him. Now, unfortunately, it's kind of hard to fight this guy. Oh. There we go. Don't want him coming over there and hitting Siegmeyer. Like I said, if you're not good at parrying, this area will effectively force you to get better at it. Oh. And we're dead. It didn't let me recover after my attack. First of all, I didn't mean to attack. I was so like used to getting the parry that I just went ahead and hit RB. But yeah, like I said, this area will just force you to be better at parrying. I know that sounds crass, but you will get better at it, I promise. And you're not going to hit every parry, like my example there or there. Come here, fatty. But you'll still hit a lot of parries. Not going to drop anything, are you? They can drop their weapons, by the way. I don't know if I want that. Excuse me. Just gotta wait for the right moment sometimes. And you can see this area is, there's a lot to it, but it's in a relatively small, confined space, so you can traverse the area relatively easily. Again, relatively being the key word there. Come on, come on. Yeah. One more you guys left. You're just getting backstabbed. Boing. Some Demon Titanite, a very small bed. I like how they put the giant sentinel guards right there, or image of them. It's very cool. And Londo, and Orlando. All right, Siegmeyer, we're good to go, brother.
Oh ho!
Oh ho!
Your mind, friend. Wait. You defeated those monsters? Fantastic. I'm saved. This knight of Catalina hereby commends you. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
Thanks, pal.
But be warned. Gallantry entails great risks. Next time, give me a chance to come up with a plan. But be warned.
Alright, Siegmeyer, thanks a lot. He does... I'm not going to, without spoiling anything, that little line right there, next time give me a chance to come up with a plan, that's actually very important for his quest line. So, Ringmate of an ancient tiny red jewel grants small increase to HP. This is actually one of the items you can start the game with. It's not very useful. You don't get very much HP out of it. I know a lot of new players probably pick it thinking, oh yeah, you know, more HP, that's always a good thing, but you really don't get that much additional HP from it, so I would never recommend choosing it as a starting gift. But you're free to do what you want, of course. Arg. Sitting on like 100k souls too here, man. No, there's no real point to fighting these guys again. I'm just trying to see if I can't get a weapon or two off of them. It's not going well so far, but no matter. Where am I going here? Need to go back this way. There we go. So now we can kind of proceed forward. We're not going to fight the boss just yet. Still got a little bit more exploring to do. Good try, buddy. Erg. Alright, so now we're going to go down this path. You see, this is actually the floor that we start on right here. We're gonna go just beneath that to this floor right here. And you can actually jump down right there if you'd like. One thing to note, this guy is very, very tough to kill in this little corridor. Not to mention his weapon just glitches through the area. So I recommend fighting him with extreme caution. Luckily we have a maxed out pyromancy glove, makes this a little bit easier. There we go. He is very difficult though, by the way. But you do want to kill him because he does drop 2 demon titanites, which is very nice. Alright, so proceeding forward here. Not going to go up there just yet. There's actually a nice little shortcut right here. Ooh, can't believe I parried that first try. It's usually pretty hard for me to parry the spear ones. Uh-oh. So you can't recover fast enough on those, man. I mean, just look at all these friggin' dragon heads. Silver Knight helm, Silver Knight armor. You can only imagine what these are gonna be. Yes, awesome, awesome set, by the way. We will rock it a little bit. Armor of the Silver Knights to protect Anor Londo. When Lord Gwyn departed to link the fire, his knights split into 2 groups. The Silver Knights remained in the Forsaken capital in the service of their goddess. So that's interesting that the Silver Knights. Well, here, let me show you. This is yeah. This is our shortcut right here. But yeah, the Silver Knights, they are not actually Gwyn's knights per se, so much as they are Guinevere's knights. And that's kind of some misleading item description there. It says the Silver Knights remained in the Forsaken capital in the service of their goddess. So they stayed behind to protect Guinevere, because she was here, I guess you could say. So this dialogue, you know, reinforces the fact that she's here in Anor Londo. But as we progress through the story, we'll learn reality and myth or reality and falsehoods are very probable here. So we are going to go through that window, but first of all, some very important stuff we'd like to do. And you may hear a familiar sound. Probably one of the top like 5 video game characters of all time. Awesome, awesome character right here.
Who are you? Forge your weapons? Talk, 'tis no good, but forge, very good. I have any time. Talk, did know everyone gone?
No home, everyone gone. So, or no one home, everyone gone. This is the giant blacksmith. So as you can see, you can actually make boss weapons from the giant blacksmith using the souls.
Comment soon.
We're not going to do that right now. You can also reinforce, of course, But one thing good about the giant blacksmith, or actually one thing amazing about the giant blacksmith, is he sells large titanite and twinkling titanite. And we definitely want to imbibe in some of these twinkling titanites, because now we can actually get a +5 weapon. Yes, this early. It's awesome that you can do that, by the way. The reason we can do that too also is because you don't need that's as high as twinkling titanite weapons go. You don't need, and we're going to do the Black Knight Greatsword too. You do not need a ember or anything to make these weapons stronger. They only go to +5, so you'll see now we are doing a ridiculous amount of damage, I would imagine. 480, yeah, pretty good. Another thing to note too is there's actually a chest back here that you can just slide back here and grab for the Hawk Ring. One of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Hawk Ring belonged to Hawkeye Goff, who led the Great Archers. Boost bow range so that arrows fly like they were shot by Goff's great bow, which took down high-flying dragons. So, good bit of lore there. The Hawk Ring is the first ring that we have found that it belonged to one of Gwyn's 4 knights. That one in particular belonged to Hawkeye Goff, who we will learn a great deal about later. Let's see how much damage we can do two-handed here. Yeah, pretty strong. Yeah, you can get a maxed out weapon here in Anor Londo, which is probably only like a third of the way through the game, if that. But yeah, so there's 4 Knights of Gwyn, as that ring suggests. Hawkeye Goff was one of them. Dragon Slayer Ornstein was another one, who we will meet relatively shortly. Knight Artorias was another one, who we will also learn a massive amount of information about. Knight Artorias is actually there's the entire DLC is devoted to him, basically. Not so much devoted to him, but revolves around issues of his. So yeah, so we got Hawkeye Goff, Knight Artorias, Dragon Slayer Ornstein, and last but not least is Lord's Blade Kieran, who Lord's Blade Kieran is, you don't learn just a whole lot about her, but there is some lore on her. The main thing being, also this is clearly a shortcut right here for this. The main thing being with Lord's Blade Kieran is her biggest lore implications is how she fits with the others, if that makes sense, specifically with Knight Artorias. But there is a ring for each of them, and we will collect each one of those rings in due time. We'll get another one here shortly, but and we also want to come down here and open the front door. We're going to go through that window at the top here in just a second, but can't one-shot these guys, but we can still pack a punch. You feel the black eye orb quivering. Indeed. You know, I don't even really feel like fighting y'all, to be honest. I'm just here to open the door, for being real. So that'll open this front door here. Yeah, good luck trying to follow me through here, SA. Now we can go and drop through here. Drop through this window. For what, if I recall right, is a very interesting item. Boing, 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 boing. The Dragon Slayer Great Bow with some arrows. Oh, yes. Very, 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 very fun weapon to use. Not so much in PvP, PvE, but PvP it could be really entertaining. Bow of the Dragon Slayers, led by Hawkeye Goff, one of Gwyn's 4 knights. This bow's unusual size requires that it be anchored to the ground and fired. Only uses specialized great arrows. Yeah, the thing is actually ridiculous, but we're not going to mess with it right now, but we will use it in the future. Slayer just chilling. Oops. Alright, so we're only sitting here at about 30 minutes, so I think I am going to try to fight the boss of this area. First thing we want to do, though, is reverse our hollowing and go human, because there is actually a summon for this fight, and a rather useful summon. A lot of people may poo-poo me for using this summon, but honestly, I'm just doing it for the lore implications and whatnot. This fight coming up, and if you're not aware, and I'll just go ahead and spoil it because I'm pretty sure most people that know anything about Dark Souls already know what's coming. It is the Ornstein and Smo boss fight. It is a hard boss fight, don't get me wrong, but even without the summon, it's still very doable. It's just there's certain timings you have to remember, and you definitely have to be familiar with their attack patterns, specifically Smo's, to be honest with you, because Smo's attacks are a lot more damaging than Ornstein's most of the time. But how this boss fight works, so you fight both of them at once, obviously. However, you when you kill one of them, the other one will absorb the dead one and gain their power, basically. So if you kill, so Ornstein is obviously small and fast. Smo is strong and large and slow. If you kill Smo first, Ornstein will absorb Smo's being, I guess, and Ornstein will grow huge like Smo. He'll still be pretty fast, but he will slow down a little bit. Oop. Whereas if you kill Ornstein first and Smo absorbs Ornstein, Smo will become faster and will gain some pretty nasty lightning attacks. So there's our summon sign right there. I really don't want to fight y'all, but I guess I don't have a choice now. Come on. Feels nice to be able to two-shot these guys. Come on. There we go. Alright, and another thing to note with Ornstein and Smo, you get different rewards based on who you kill first / last. By the way, of course it had to be Slayer. If you kill Ornstein first, you will end up being able to get Smo's armor, not Ornstein's. Okay. You'll also be able to get Smo's weapon, not Ornstein's, and vice versa. However, if you kill Smo first and kill Ornstein last, not only can you get Ornstein's weapon as well as his armor, you also can get a very important ring. Slayer, what are you doing, dying? You also can get a very important ring, which we definitely want to do. So it is pretty well known, sadly, that I don't have any resin. I guess it doesn't matter. It's pretty well known that Super Ornstein is a lot tougher than Super Smo. So for new players, you may, if you're having trouble killing Smo first and then Ornstein, you may want to do it in reverse and kill Ornstein first, then Smo. It's your decision, though. Well, let's do it. The Anor Londo Gank brothers. Can I get an ESRB rating on Smo, please? Ow. Also, I forgot to switch armor, apparently. So, with Solaire in here, it's not so bad because we can have Solaire kind of tank Ornstein a little bit there. We don't want him to kill Ornstein first, though. Ow. I'm gonna be really mad. Alright, I'm gonna let them kill me, because this, I don't want, yeah, kill me. Yeah, you can see that's super Smo. I don't want that to happen. I don't want Solaire to kill Ornstein first. That's not good. It usually doesn't do that much damage. I can't believe he did that much damage to him. Solaire, I mean, he's usually kind of, look at him sitting there. He's usually kind of a little wimp and gets whooped. Not this time, apparently. That's fine. But as you see, we got through phase 1 really easily. Mainly because Solaire was wailing on Ornstein. But it's not a far run back here, honestly. This guy's still chasing me? Hopefully not. Come on. Fight me, Copper. Double ow. Alright, you. Boing! Come on. Now, listen here, you. This time, don't destroy Ornstein. I swear I've never had him wreck Ornstein that fast before. It was kind of ridiculous. Come on. Don't. That's how he got hurt last time, so he jumped down there. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Remember, we want to kill Smo first. If we don't, if something happens and Ornstein ends up dying first, I'm going to be very sad. There we go. Alright, so now we should be able to kill Ornstein. Super Ornstein. Like I said, he gets all jacked up. He's all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Can't see you. If you can't see him, that's usually a bad thing. Wow, I missed. Solaire's got some health left, so... The main thing with Super Ornstein is you gotta be careful of this attack right here and his spear, because he can spear you if he desires. Well, he should go down relatively easy here. Yeah, that attack right there, it'll spear you. Finish him off, Solaire. We're gonna let Solaire get the kill. Maybe. Come on. There you go. Good job, buddy. So, because we killed Ornstein last, not only do we get the Soul of Ornstein, we also get the Leo ring, yes. Very important ring here. And you can see it looks similar to this one. It's got, instead of the hawk ring with the hawk on it, it's got the lion on it. One of the special rings granted to the 4 Knights of Gwyn. The Leo ring belonged to Ornstein the Dragon Slayer. This ring strengthens counters with pierce weapons. His lugged spear is said to have sliced a boulder in two. So there we go. We got 2 of the 4 Knights of Gwyn's rings. And we also got his soul, I believe. Soul of Ornstein, Dragon Slayer Knight who guards the cathedral in the forsaken city of Anor Londo. Yep. And that's going to do it for this episode, guys. In the next episode, we'll do a little bit more in Anor Londo. Not much more, but just a little bit. And then we will end up traveling and doing some excavation. We'll kind of talk about this little scene right here when we come back, guys. So for now, that's gonna do it. Hope you enjoyed the fight. Like I said, it's really not that difficult to fight, especially with Solaire, but even without Solaire, it's really not that bad, guys. Anyways, if you enjoyed the episode, as always, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Really helps a lot. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye.